Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. So inshallah we'll start. And we will do two ayats of Surah Al-Baqarah today. Ayat number 175 and 176. So we'll do a simple translation first. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, Ula'ika alladhina, such are those people, or these are the people. Ishtarau, they purchased, they have bought. What have they bought? Ad-dalala, the error, the misguidance. Bil huda, in place of the guidance. So they were offered guidance by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They did not take it. In place of that, they chose to take the misguidance, dalala. Wal azaba bil maghfira, and they have chosen the azab, the punishment of Allah, in place of the forgiveness, or instead of the forgiveness, they have selected to take the azab of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So now Allah says that as a result of that, they will get the punishment of the fire, the hellfire. So that is what the next part is. Fama asbarahum alan nar. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, so how much patient they are now upon the fire. So they will be receiving the punishment of the fire, of the azab of Jahannam, and see how patient they are that they have chosen the fire over the maghfirah of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And then Allah says, why is this? Why they have done this thing, or what is it that they are doing? ذَلِكَ بِأَنَّ اللَّهَ. That is because Allah Nazzal al-Kitaba has sent down the book. Allah has sent down the book bil haqqi, with the truth. The book has been sent down to them by Allah with the truth. And then Allah says that what are these people doing? Wa inna ladhina, and indeed those people, inna lazina ikhtalafu, those who have disputed, done the ikhtilaf, have disagreed fil kitabi, in the book. So they have disagreed in the book, they disputed in the book. Allah says, lafi shiqaqin bayid, they are far away from their dissension or zid or disagreement or dispute. They have fallen far away because what they are being involved in, opposing the book of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So with this translation, we'll look at the first words. Ula'ika means such or those. Okay? And as I mentioned a few times, that the word ula'ika should be properly pronounced and read, because this waw in the middle after the first letter alif has a little circle on it, which means you are not supposed to pronounce this waw. So going back just for briefly. So this is the word ula'ika. So do not pronounce this waw. So it should not be oo. It should be just light sound of this dhamma, oh, because this little circle means waw should not be pronounced. And lam, and this is small alif has a mud, so you have to stretch this la ika, ulaika. Okay, we usually don't pay attention, we just say oo, like we're reading oo, a o, oo. So this is ulaika. Such are the people. Allazina is the plural of allazi. Allazi means one person. Allazina means many people. So such are those, or those people. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is talking about some people, and what are those people doing is the next word. Okay? So the word is, it starts with Sheen, Ra, and Waw. This means to trade. Okay? And if I put an alif in the beginning and a ta here, and keep these two letters together, so these three letters in this way, ish, tarao. Okay? So this becomes ishtara, ishtara. It means to purchase. Ishtara means to purchase something. Okay? And this word is ishtarao, which means they have purchased. Ishtarao means those people, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is talking about those people, that they have bought something. They have gone out and purchased something. Okay? So ishtara means to purchase, and with a waw in there, it becomes they purchased, past tense, fa'alu. Okay? So this means they purchased. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is talking about those people, some people who have bought, who have purchased, who have gone and done some trading. So that is ishtarao. So actually the word has a kasra here, ishtarao, because this word is ishtara. But because we are not pronouncing this, we are combining with allazi nash. So this alif, we put a little swad on it, because we are not pronouncing. If you are not combining, then it should be pronounced ishtarao, because originally there is a kasra. So pronunciation now is alladhi nashtara, ulaika alladhi nashtara. Just like ulaika is one word, allazina is another word. When you read them together, you do not pronounce this alif. So you pronounce ulaika alladhi nashtara. So don't pronounce this alif again. So such are the people, they have purchased. What have they purchased? What have they traded? So there are two words which are the opposite of each other. Dad, lam, and lam. Okay? And this means to go wrong, or to do wrong, or to do error, or to misguide. This is the same word we recite in Surah Al-Fatiha, Dallin. Those who have gone astray, those who have gone wrong, those who have acquired the misguidance. Okay, so dalala. Okay, and dalalatun. Dalalatun means misguidance or error or wrong. Dalalatun is the word. Misguidance or error. Okay. Something, instead of right, something wrong. Okay. Usually it's error. And now the other word is ha-dalia. Okay. This is like hidayat. The root letters for that is guidance. Okay. So huda means guidance. Huda means guidance. Okay. And if you put an al before that, it becomes al-huda, the guidance. Al means the. Al-huda means the guidance. And this huda is written with a small alif here like al-huda, the guidance or the right path. And the dalalatun is the opposite of that, misguidance or error or wrong way. Okay? Now this important thing is that there's a B here before al-huda. This B should be translated as instead of. Or in place of. So in place of guidance, they purchased misguidance. Instead of guidance that was offered to them, they did not take it. Instead, they took the misguidance. Okay? So that is what the meaning is. They have purchased error. Error means misguidance, wrong. Okay? Instead of guidance. That is what the meaning is, that ad-dalalata bil huda. Okay. So the word that we saw here was dalalatun, and if I put al into that, means the error or the wrong. And when we put al, these two dhamma changes into one. Okay? And also when you pronounce, lam is not pronounced but dad is pronounced twice, so it is ad-dalalatu. The actual word is ad-dalalatu. Ad-dalalatu means the wrong, the error, the misguidance. Okay? So it is dalalatu. But when this word comes after this purchased, so this is a verb and this is a noun, so it will be pronounced as a fatah, ad-dalalata. Because whenever a noun comes after the verb, its last letters, dhamma changes into a fataha. So originally it was dalalatun. By putting al, it became ad-dalalatu, and because of the previous word, it became ad-dalalata. Okay? And then you have to do the same thing, you have to combine in reading. So ishtara wud-dalalata. Okay, you don't pronounce again this alif in between of ad-dalalata, but you combine the vav with dad. Wud dalalata. Okay, so as you can see that every word is combining with the next word, and everywhere we are dropping the alif in between. Okay, this was al-lazina, this was ishtarao, it was ad-dalalata, but just by combining, alif keeps getting dropped. Okay, separately this verse. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is talking about one more thing. Wal azaba bil maghfirah. So it is the same formation. So let's look at this one.
Question.
So the word is ayn, dal and ba. Okay?
With the ba in front of the dal, there's no kasra on after that, which is
Right,
dal,
so yeah. So al-huda,
it's pronounced with a kasra with a fatha.
but that's alif and maksura actually. There was, in this word, there was no dhamma to change to kasra. So actually the word is hudan. So if you start from the beginning, ha, dal and ya, right? and the word is hudayun. This is the noun, okay? Then this become done, like that. Okay, done, because these two dhammas will not go with the ya. It's a mismatch. Okay, and then you put al, so it will become al huda. One fataha. So one fataha will be written this way. Okay, so that's what it is. Okay, so adaba is the original 3 letters, and azabun means punishment. Azabun is the original word, punishment. Okay, and if I put al before that, the punishment. Okay. And al will remove 2 dhammas into 1. So it becomes al-adabu. Okay. So if you notice that this sentence starts ulaika allazi nashtara dalalata bil huda. This is a complete sentence. Those are the people who purchased error instead of guidance. Okay. Now these 2 words, instead of these 2 words are coming now. So the first part is remaining same. So you can say ulaika allazina ashtara al azaba bil maghfirah. So they bought this in place of this, and they bought this in place of this. Okay, so this thing is applying from here. This much part here, these 3 words are also applying here. Okay. So wa means and. Okay. So and those are the people who bought azab. If now I apply to this instead of this, then you will say ulaika allazina ashtara. Those are the people who bought, who purchased. What did they purchase? Al azab, the punishment. Okay. And because it is coming the same way, so instead of dalala, it is azaba. Okay. So azabo will be azaba. So those are the people who have bought azab, who have purchased punishment. Okay. So this will be and the punishment. They have purchased the punishment. Okay. And next word is ghafa, and ghafara means to forgive. Okay. And maghfiratun means forgiveness. Forgiveness. Okay. Maghfiratun is from ghafara, means forgiveness. Okay. And if I put al before that, it will be the forgiveness. Okay. Al maghfira, and again because of the al, 2 dhammas will change into 1, and it will become al maghfiratu. Al al-maghfiratu means the forgiveness. Okay? And then you put be before that. Okay? And again, translate be the same way, instead of. Okay? So what they have done? They have purchased azab instead of forgiveness. Just like they purchased error or misguidance instead of guidance. Second thing they did, they purchased azab instead of forgiveness. Because again, these are the opposite things. If a person is not forgiven, that he receives azab of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So instead of accumulating the maghfirah of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, they decided to earn the azab of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Okay? They have purchased the azab instead of forgiveness and maghfirah from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So this will be instead of forgiveness. So now, what is happening about these people? So Allah says their result will be that they will be in the hellfire. They will be in the azab of fire. They will be in the nar. Nar means fire, and fire of hell. Okay? But then Allah says that how patient they are in the fire. Okay? How patient. Sabara, asbara is from sabara. Sabar means to be patient. So Allah saying how patient they are. It's a little bit sarcastic statement. So how happy they are. Okay, like how much satisfied they are by their business. They have done wrong. They have done a wrong business in this world. So how happily they are doing this wrong business. How patiently they are doing this wrong business, that they are purchasing something which is wrong in place something which is good. So fama, fa means so, ma can be translated how, and asbara is from sabr. Asbara, how patient. Okay. How patient. Okay. Asbara is a bigger degree of patience. Lot of patience. How much patient they are, alannar, upon the fire, upon receiving the fire or in the fire. When they will be punished because of their trade they have done, they will receive at the end punishment of fire. So how patient they are now there. Because when in the worldly life, when they were offered the guidance, they rejected that and chose the misguidance. When they were offered the maghfirat, forgiveness of Allah, they did not take that. Instead of, they chose the punishment. So now this is what they are going to get and how much satisfied they are. They are going to be there now. Okay? So how patient alannar, upon or in the fire. Okay. Annar, the fire of hell. Okay. Who means they. So how patient they are being in the fire. Okay. Who means they or them. So now Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying that why, okay, why they will receive the punishment of fire and what they have done, and this explains more. Zalika bi annallaha. Okay, so zalika means this. And bi anna means because. One of the meaning is because, which fits here. This is because. I mean, this is happening to them because, for the reason. Okay? Because Allah and Noon, Za and Lam, Nazala. Okay? Nazala means to come down something. Okay? But if you put a Shadda there, Nazala, Nazala means to come down in stages, something that comes and again comes, like Quran came down in stages. Okay? So that is the word Nazala. So Nazala, when we put one fatha on each of them, it will be Nazzala. He sent down. And He is here Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So the meaning of Nazzala is He sent down. Because Allah sent down. Dhalika, this is, or this, because Allah sent down. Allah revealed this because Allah Nazzala, sent down. Little by little, the book of Allah came down. Sent down. What He sent down, the next word is clear. Al-Kitaba, the book of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, which is, because there is Al-Kitab and it is sent by Allah, this is the Quran. Okay. So Al-Kitaba, the book. This is because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent down the book. Okay, Dhalika, this is means they will be in the fire because what they have done, this is the explanation that they have done, but actually because Allah sent down the book. Okay? And not only that, but He is explaining it more about this book, which is Ha, Qaf, F, Qaf, Haqaqa, and the word is Haqqun. Haqqun means truth. Haqq means truth. Haqqun is the word made of 3 letters. Haqaqa. Haqqun means truth. Okay? If I put al before that, the truth. Al, okay, what al does, it removes 2 dhammas and leaves 1. So the word now is al-haqqu. Al-haqqu means the truth. Al-haqqu means the truth. Now before that is this B. B here will translate as with. Okay. And B is a harf jar So what harf jar does, it takes this dhamma here and changes it into kasra. Okay? And when you read them together, you do not pronounce this alif here. Combine B with the lam, bil haqqi, with the truth. Okay, so that is the quality of the book. He sent down the book with the truth, which means the book is true, truthfully. He sent down the book with the truth. Okay? With the truth. Which means the book has the truth in it. So this is not just any book, but this is the book which has truth in it, which is true. So Allah says that He has sent down the book, and this book speaks the truth. There is nothing doubtful in the book, even though people may think, but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala Himself says that this book is full of truth. Bil haqqi, with the truth. So this haqq is the quality of the book. The book is true book, truth. There is nothing lying in this book. Okay? So that is what Allah said. So now, this is what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala did, that He sent down this book full of truth. But what people are doing with that book, which is the next few words, that these people are taking the book of Allah and they are doing something with that book. So let's look at those words. وَإِنَّ الَّذِينَ, okay? And wa means and inna means surely or indeed. Inna means surely, positively, certainly, indeed. Okay? And again the same word, allazina means those. Okay? So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is talking about the people, what they did with this book. So the root letters are Ha, Lam and Fa. Khalafa. Khalafa means to come after. Khalafa means to come after. For example, when you say Khalifa, is the person who comes one after another. Okay? The person who takes over is called Khalifa. He comes afterwards, after somebody else who is the ruler. Then the next person who comes after him is called Khalifa. Okay? So Khalafa means to come after. But if we add couple word letters here, alif and a ta in the beginning. Okay? Alif with a kasra and ta with a fatha. So this becomes ikhtalafa. Ikhtalafa. This becomes a new word. Ikhtalafa means to disagree. Ikhtilaf karna. Ikhtalafa is ikhtilaf. Ikhtilaf means when people disagree and they dispute, that's called ikhtilaf. So ikhtalafa means to dispute, to disagree. Okay? That's called ikhtalafa or mukhtalif or ikhtilaf, where things disagree or separate or dispute. So the word ikhtalafa also means he disputed, because the name of this word bab, when we make a new word, also means third person past tense. So this also means he disputed. someone who disagreed, someone who disputed. Ikhtalafa. And if we put a waw at the end, it becomes a plural. That's how we make the plural. Fa'ala, he did. Fa'alu, they did. So, ikhtalafu will become they disputed. Okay, by putting a waw at the end, it becomes a plural. So that's the word here in the Quran. Ikhtalafu, they disputed. So Allah says that wa innal lazina, and those people, they disputed or who disputed. Proper English will be those who disputed, who disagreed. Okay, so the meaning will be who disputed. Okay, so those people who disputed, where did they dispute? How did they disagree? What did they do? Allah said that they disputed fil kitabi, in the book. Fi means in, al kitabi, the book. Okay. So Allah says that He sent down the book with truth. But what did people do with that book? They started fighting. They started putting their own meanings in the book. They started interpreting with their own way for their own benefits. Okay? And they started selling the ayats of Allah. And instead they started buying the error, misguidance instead of the guidance. And instead of forgiveness from Allah, they started collecting the azab of Allah. So this is what it is, because Allah says He is the one who sent down the book. And what did people do? They started fighting among each other by doing ikhtilaf, dispute in the book. Okay? Fil kitabi, in the book. So after that, there are 3 more words. Okay. So the first word is lam and fi. Lafi. Okay. This lam is called lam taqid. It means surely. Okay. So this lam means surely. Certainly. Okay. And fi means in. Okay. Then there are 2 words. So first look at this words. Ba'idun. Okay. So this comes from ba, ain and dal. Ba'ada. Ba'ad means after. Ba'ad means ba'ad. Ba'ad means after. Okay. But we make the word ba'id. Ba'idun means far away. Something which is very, very far away from you is called ba'idun. Okay. The root letters are ba'ada. But something which will come much, much, much later. Ba'ad, but very long ba'ad. After long, 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 is something which is far, far, far away. So that is the meaning of ba'idun. Okay? So this is far away. Okay? So then the word in between is shiqaqun. Okay, shiqaqun is from these three letters, sheen, qaf and qaf. So the meaning of this word, which is made from these shiqaqun, I'll explain the meaning. Shiqaqun, zid, fighting to each other, disputing, being complete disagreeing to each other. Okay. There is a word in English, dissension. Okay. Fighting, disagreeing, and in their disagreement they have gone far away. Okay. In their disagreement, Allah says, surely in the disagreement, they are disagreeing about the book. Okay? What's inside the book? This means this or that means that, and they are trying to make meanings of their own desire, and they are opposing each other using the book, same book of Allah. So Allah says that in their disagreement, they have gone far, far away in their misguidance. So this is this one of the meaning is disagreement. Okay. And those who know the word zid, you know what zid is in Farsi? You know what zid is?
Yeah, but
Being stubborn. on
It's
the
stubborn,
ground.
yeah,
oh, zid.
yeah. Ziddi or zid.
So shaghair is coming from shaq.
Shaq. Shaq.
Shaghair. Shaghair is name of the flower.
No, that is not this, yeah. It is two qaf.
Yeah.
Shaqiyul qalb, shaqi person is one who is the one who is disagrees, he is hard, and so in their disagreement, zid, surely they are in this disagreement or zid or opposition or everything, they have gone far away from the guidance of Allah, from the book of Allah. Okay? So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying they are in shiqaqin bayid. The word is shiqaqun, but fi is a harf jar, it will make shiqaqin. To the mas will change into kasras because of the fi. So that's the word in the Quran, shiqaqin. Okay? Then ba'idin, actually the word is ba'idun, but this is the quality of this word, this is the adjective of that word. So this also changes into two kasras. So it is shiqaqin and ba'idin. When we read in tajweed, whenever ba and qaf come together with a noon, then the sound of noon changes into sound of meme. If there is a noon before the ba, then noon is pronounced as meme. Okay, like mimbar. Mimbar is min. Mimbar is written this way. Min bar. Like mimbar we stand on is written as noon. But because it's coming off before ba, then this noon is pronounced as meme. We call mimbar. We don't call minbar. We call mimbar. But it is written with a noon, and for help the pronunciation, we will put a little meme there. So that's how it is written. That pronounced like a meme. Same thing here. There is a sound of noon, shiqaqin, noon sound, right? And there is a ba. So this noon sound will be pronounced as a meme. Shiqaqim, not shiqaqin. Shiqaqim. Ba'idin, far away. Okay? So these are surely in far away disagreement. These people have gone far away in their dispute, in their zid, in their disagreeing. Surely Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says they have gone far away. And because Allah says He is the one who sent down the book, and look what you did with the book of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that you disputed, you went far away, and then you have purchased the wrong, misguidance in place of the guidance, because book was the guidance. And then instead of earning the maghfirat of Allah, you have purchased the azab of Allah. Okay? Because of this, your place is in the fire, in the hellfire, and now be patient there. Sit there patiently or whatever. Okay? So these are the meanings of these two ayats of Surah Al-Baqarah. So inshallah we'll stop here.